Hello, welcome to My Story with CareCredit, where real CareCredit cardholders share their stories of life-changing healthcare. CareCredit's a leading national healthcare credit card that can enable you to get many of the procedures and treatments you want or need now and pay over time with promotional financing on purchases of $200 or more. CareCredit is accepted at hundreds of thousands of locations nationwide to pay for care for you, your family, and your pets. I'm your host, Amy Freena. Today we speak with Hector, who uses CareCredit to care for himself and his feline best friend, Clark.
Hi, I'm Hector. I've been a CareCredit card holder for 7 years, and this is my story. My cat, Clark, he's a cuddle bug. He's basically my baby boy. Like, if I had a son, he'll be like the equivalent to that. Then in 2018, it started to happen very gradually that he will start to disappear. He wasn't being himself. So when I was at the vet clinic, they said, have you ever heard of CareCredit? I didn't hesitate. I was like, let's do it. And it worked out flawlessly. Whatever they gave me for him, snapped him back into his normal self. CareCredit helped me connect us like we were before he got sick, to the point that if I would never told anyone this, no one would ever thought he was sick. Nevertheless, went through a moment that he wasn't himself. I'm eternally grateful for them being there at the time that was my hardest time for me. Thank you, CareCredit.
Hector, thank you so much for joining us. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to hear a little bit about your CareCredit story. When did you first hear about the CareCredit credit card?
I've known of it. I know of it. I just never knew that I could use it for pet care. I always felt that it was more for personal care. So I knew it back in the day when I had dental work.
Okay.
So I was kind of shocked and relieved when I found out that it was also applicable for veterinarian care.
Okay. Hector, when did you first apply for the CareCredit credit card?
I don't recall the first time, but I could tell you the initial time for this.
Okay.
I think it was 2018.
Okay. And it was for you or for your pet?
For my pet.
Okay, tell me about your pet.
Well, I always felt that animals are incredibly therapeutic. I have 4 cats. So when I had him, he was my second cat. And I always felt that when you have, people always say, oh, well, even though I don't have kids, those are like my kids.
They
that
are.
You will have your favorite. Technically, mom will say like, no, you won't, no, you won't. Well, he's like my favorite.
Okay.
So I remember the time that he got sick. So initially I had it for him. And I remember the moment that when he came sick, to the point that when I applied for that, for CareCredit credit card, it was like such a, it basically blew me away. First of all, because I didn't know it was for, you could use it for vet, but at the same time, because at that moment I was so desperate.
Right.
Because he got sick.
What's his name?
Clark.
Clark. So Clark was sick and you were in a bind and you wanted to figure out how you could take care of him, and then you found out you could use your CareCredit credit card for his veterinary bills as well?
So when I started to know that he was sick, I went to this panic mode, like hysterical mode, like, what's wrong with you? Like, I cannot deal with this now. I cannot deal with you being sick. So when he got sick, I remember that I went to the vet and they did all the studies and everything, and mine showed basically the only thing I was thinking of is how much it's going to be, how much it's going to be. So when they came back with the price, and then they brought up the CareCredit credit card, I was taken back, but I said, okay, let's apply. So when that went through, and then I was given what I needed to pay for the treatment, it was like such a blessing. Like I felt like I was so grateful, like, because like if I could breathe again, like
it was relief.
Yeah.
I bet that's a lot.
Yeah, it was, especially because I felt like from everything was going on, I wasn't going to be able to handle one of my pets passing away.
No, it's so hard.
Yeah, it definitely was. So every time I think about that experience and I think about CareCredit credit card, I'm so grateful, like super grateful.
That's awesome.
That they took me out of buying, and at the same time, he had a urinary tract infection. That's it. But still, it was like
relief.
Yeah, he got the care, and he was back to normal.
You've been through a lot. So if you could write a review based on your entire experience with the CareCredit credit card, from the beginning with dental work you had mentioned, to taking care of the kitty, to future, what would you say?
I have no complaints. I'm incredibly grateful. I feel it's an excellent company, and I would recommend it for anyone, regardless of what their needs are. But yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for joining us on My Story with CareCredit. If you're interested in applying for the CareCredit credit card or want to find a provider in your area who accepts CareCredit, visit us at carecredit.com.